I was talking to a Panthers fan, and they let me know that Derrick Brown had 103 tackles as an interior defensive lineman. Initially, I didn't believe it, but when I looked up the stats while we were still having a conversation, saw that they had 103 tackles, and I was like, wow, I was amazed. And it got me to thinking, a defensive lineman having 103 tackles, is that a good thing or a bad thing for that defense? So I wanted to go check it out. And I pulled up these, you know, defensive linemen that we consider the best in the game, and I wanted to compare stats. And that's what you have on the screen in front of you. Chris Jones, Aaron Donald, Quentin Williams to go along with Derrick Brown. Now we know Aaron Donald is retired, but these are their stats from last year. And you see the actual numbers at the bottom. Derrick Brown 103 tackles, Aaron Donald 53, Chris Jones 30, and Quentin Williams 62. And you can kind of compare, where they at. Chris Jones at the most sacks. Derrick Brown only had 2 sacks. As far as quarterback hits, Chris Jones at the most right there. But I wanted to see what Derrick Brown did, or why was he able to get that many sacks. So what I did was I looked up his game stats from each individual game, and I pulled his best game. His best game, he had 10 tackles. It was versus the Bears. So we're gonna take a look at all his tackles and a couple of QB hits and see how he was able to get rid of offensive linemen and get these tackles. Now, all these tackles are not like tackles for losses and stuff like that. Some of them they got 2 or 3 yards in the game, but it's kind of impressive how athletic Derrick Brown is, and I understand why he got 103 tackles. And I'm here to say it's not a bad thing that he got that many tackles. Let's transition into the film. Welcome back to More Sip the Tally. All right, let's jump into the film part of Derrick Brown. Number 95. Let's see if we can highlight him right here. That's Derrick right there. We get a good indication of where he is. He's number 95 on your screen. Bears are trying to get out from the shadow of their own goal line. Right? Nothing. He just uses his strength to take 58 down with him. They just trying to get from so they won't get a safety. Do a quarterback sneak. He just pushes 58 to the quarterback and just collapses the pile. Nothing crazy right there. Just uses brute strength. Let's go on to the next one. But that is one of his 10 tackles for that game. Got him right here now, lined up on the tackle. Head up on the tackle. Quickness. Look at the quickness. Tackle tries to down block him. He beats him to the punch. The tackle even starts before him. Tackle has a whole step before he comes out of his stance. 1. Look how fast he gets inside of him, though. Good quickness. Now he gets to that B gap before the tackle can cut it off. Now he done mucked up the B gap. The back has nowhere to go. He didn't got where the tackle tried to cut it off. The back has nowhere to go. So the back tries to cut it back. He just reaches through. Makes the tackle. 58 couldn't do nothing with him. He beat him to the gap, then reached around to get the running back. The quickness and the strength to go with him. Oh, he picked up 76 off the ground. Check him out. He's right here. Right there. Why 76 kind of float off his feet? Woo. That's crazy. That's leverage. Trying to come through with that rip. Trying to rip with that left arm. Look at that rip. That rip lifts 76 off his ground. Carried him a whole about 3 yards. He's just going straight down the line of scrimmage. If you just go straight down the line of scrimmage, a lot of times it'll come to you. If you can get leverage and come flat down the line of scrimmage, it'll come to you. And his defenders on the other side did a good job of holding the line. And when he cut it back right in the brown. Another good job. Another good job of dominating. Head up on the tackle again. In the 4. 4I rather. 4I rather. Just good technique. Good technique with the tackle. Extend, got that outside arm free. See in the play. I'll take that left arm. Chop. 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 Now I'm in the hole. So this huge gap that the running back think he has to cut it back, Derrick Brown now controls that. See? He now controls that. Just by using that chop. Setting it. Chop. Now I'm in the gap. In the gap. And finishing the tackle. He pushes his man out of the way, 49. Pushes the center over that was trying to block 49. Then gets a QB hit. Not a sack, because the ball's gone. But gets a QB hit. Or maybe they may even count that as a pressure. I mean, it ended up good in Chicago's favor, but still, that's that's pretty darn good. Another split sack, it might have been a sack. Just working flat down the line. Just being basically fundamentally sound. Being fundamentally sound. Right here on the tackle. Not letting the tackle control him or hook him. He's working flat down the line, controlling his gap. Now disengaging with the tackle. When the back tries to cut it back, you cut it right back into a brick wall. That brick wall being Derrick Brown. Just being fundamentally sound. Not doing anything spectacular, not trying to get up the field and get in the backfield and get TFLs. Just stay flat down the line. And you got to trust your guys on the other side that they're going to do what they got to do. And when they cut it back, he cut it back into you. Work splitting I was finna say double team, but this ended up being a triple team. All right, there's the initial double. 59 or 58 is in horrible position with his head down, so he's going to get rid of him quick. Slaps 58 out the way. 84 replaces him, so this is the third guy that's trying to block him on this play. He splits them, so he defeats a triple team. Not just a double. There's the initial double. 58, get out the way. 84 replaces him. He splits that double and gets the back. That's crazy. That's the initial double right there. 72 and 58. He gets rid of 58. 84 replaces. He's going to split the double between 84 and 76. Because 76 is trying to come off to get the linebacker. He is trying. They don't take care of the man in the line of scrimmage first. And he makes the tackle. He defeats 3 Bears and then gets the tackle. 3. Dominant. Oh. Look at this. First to guard. Extends his arms. Got his arms in the right spot. Wow. Textbook. Teach tape right there. Know any young D lineman? Teach tape. Arms extended. Arm over. Chop. Destroy the running back. Dominant, man. Dominant. I don't know why nobody's talking about this cat. Nobody. And if you like the video so far, do me a favor and hit the like button before we continue. Again, controlling. Now, at this point, looks like they got him on the move. You want to move the defensive tackle. It looks like they got him on the move. They're trying to double him. They got him, on skates right now. They really do. They got him on skates. But they don't finish him. The tight end when the tight end comes off to the linebacker, which is what he's supposed to do, the tackle can't keep control. The double team has him. But the tight end has to come off to go get 49. And when he does, he just defeats the one-on-one and gets back in on the tackle. The double team was whooping him. But when the tight end went to the second level, the single block couldn't do anything with him. He was able to get back in on the tackle. Just staying with it. Just fight. Just fighting. Just fighting the double. Just fight it. Just fight it. Try to get between it. Just fight it. Turn the shoulders. Trying to turn that shoulder and get between it. Trying to get that left shoulder between it. Trying. And the good thing about it is he fights it until they come off. And then when somebody comes off, he whoops the individual. He whoops the individual once they come off. When they try to go to the backer and it turns into a 1v1 again, he normally whoops the 1v1 and wins that. It's another tackle. And again, most of his tackles are 2 or 3 yard gains. Some at the line of scrimmage, but you can deal with that. This time he slants right over the center. Starts over the guard, slants right over the center, 1v1 versus the center. He makes quick work of the center. Quick work. Gets that hook on him right there, trying to see where the ball is. Sees where the ball is at. Gets rid of the center in no time. Goes and make the tackle. Slant down, rip under, release, tackle. Like, this guy had 103 tackles last year. Nobody was talking about him, in my opinion. At least I didn't know about him. Nobody outside of Carolina Panther circus was talking about him. He did an amazing job. They get him some help this year. They already had a solid defense. Think they're going to be even better this year. If he throws up 103 tackles again, I look for them not being bottom feeders in the NFC South. This is the film study for Derrick Brown. Again, you saw at the beginning of the video his stats compared to the guys that we always talk about as the best defensive tackles in the NFL. And if you like the video, hit the like button, please. If you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. And we are back to our regular schedule videos. And soon we'll get some preseason action starting on the 9th, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll have more videos like this coming up until that time. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see y'all soon. And this is Coach Evans with more Sip the Tally. Peace and love.